Oh, 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 got a crack. We're notifying viewers that you're live. I think I have a lot to say today. I don't think I needed to go live today, though. I think life could have gone on without it. I think I would have been okay. I think I could have laid in bed, sipped my coffee, watched CNBC, edited some videos if I wanted to. Had a quiet morning till I went and did, I have an interview at 10:30, till I went and did my interview at 10:30. But I think I would have been fine without it. And in a lot of ways, to me, I still got a ton to say, a ton of thoughts, a ton of stuff ricocheting around my mind. But nothing, almost nothing that I can't figure out on my own. And I know that's got to be progress for me. Yeah. I think most of my life, I'm going to just have a little sip of coffee. We're changing it up a little bit. I needed to gather the opinions of others and ask what was okay. Am I doing the right thing? How do I ask the girl out? Will she reject me? Should I go live on TikTok? Do you think Instagram's a better platform? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I stay at Planet Fitness? Should I interview at this job? Should I keep waiting tables? And I think I needed the opinion of everybody's. And I'd go and I'd get hurt and I'd ask my brother. I'd just throw him out there. I love my brother, but, you know, I generally know what his opinion's going to be on things. And I'm not saying him, I'm saying most people. And I know the way most people think and respond to things. And there's certain people I'll still lean on from time to time. But I don't feel I'm as needy as I used to be. And don't need to go on Coffee with Ken. And don't need to bare my soul. And don't need to say, hey guys, is it right or wrong that I'm leaving Planet Fitness Gym today? Because I know what the answer is. And I'm just saying that about Planet Fitness because there's a lot of things going on in my life. And I think I'm making the right decisions across the board. And I think I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And that feels really good. And I think this show started because I wasn't sure exactly what I was doing, or I had doubts, or I needed to ask my ex-wife if it was okay to wear jeans and a t-shirt. You know, or were these shoes okay? And her opinion mattered. You know, yeah. And if she didn't like what I was wearing or give me the response I wanted or give me the approval that I was doing something wrong, so I'll talk about her. So we'd argue, I mean, only jokingly, whether socks and and sandals were okay. And she didn't think so, and I thought they were okay. But I felt the need to convince her that they were okay. And if they're okay to me, that's what matters. And again, I could apply this to all sorts of things. And I just felt as I was laying this morning, going, I feel all these things bouncing around my mind. And all these questions and these wonders. I got an interview today at 10:30. Do I want the job? Am I doing the right thing? I made a lot of money last night as a waiter. I made a lot of money 3 nights in a row as a waiter. I might make more money as a waiter than any other job I've ever had on a consistent basis. But for some reason, there's always pressure to do something else. And if there's an open door over there, we got to run through it. We got to go through that door. Nobody even asks are you happy in the room you're in? Oh, open door, let's go through it. I told my buddy, I've talked to my buddy, he's been looking for a job a little while, and I'm kind of looking for a job. And his brain and my brain kind of work the same sort of way. And I told my buddy I had a second interview with this company, and he sent me a meme, and I know it was meant to be supportive, saying, you can do this. I know I can do it. The issue is whether I want to do it, or even if it's the right thing. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Corey asks, and this is a fair question, how long do I think I can continue as a waiter? How long do I think a better question is, how long do I think I would need to continue as a waiter going on the path I'm on? Could I be a waiter maybe 2 more years? Maybe 5. Let's say 5 years. I work at a fairly fast-paced restaurant, and I work as at a fairly high level and do a pretty good job. Say 5 years. I realize, we're not getting any younger. Kelly R. is asking, could I do both jobs? Do I want to? Do I need to? Chipbot says, with this new job potential, will you still be able to do the show in the morning? Well, now you're touching on some things, and it's interesting to me. Do I want to do the show? Do I need to do the show? What do I do this show for? Honestly, if I was just looking at it monetarily, I made $54 on TikTok yesterday, and another 10 on various social media platforms. And that is growing every day. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. That's growing every day. And I was saying this 2 years ago, and I was saying, hey, I made $1.50 on TikTok yesterday, or $2 on social media today, and everyone would laugh. Okay. I made $65 on social media yesterday. Are you still laughing? And I'm not talking to all those people that are supportive. Uh, I have no doubt at all, and I'm not doing this for the money, but I'm just a smart guy. I'm going to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm a pretty smart guy. I have no doubt I'd make more money doing this exactly like I am. I don't need to do a podcast. I don't need to get a fancy microphone. I don't need to do anything. You know, evolution will happen and things will happen naturally. And I think the key is putting it in God's hands. And I say that and I'm going, I don't even know. Am I a believer? Do I even believe that? I'm not sure. But yeah, so to listen to all the noise that's out there, and okay, I'll talk about something else today. I was at Planet Fitness. I work out 3 times a week on average, have for about 14 months. They have signs up all over, very encouraging signs, no judgment zone, judgment-free zone. We're here, we don't judge, this and that. But in the middle of the gym, there's a sign with like a strobe light, and it's an alarm, and it says the lunk alarm. And it defines what a lunk is. A lunk is a big muscly guy in a muscle shirt that lifts weights and grunts and drinks water, and they're out of a jug. And yeah. And they have a sign and an actually working alarm. I can't believe it. That goes off if somebody is dressed that way or looks that way or is grunting when he's lifting weights or what have you. And I've been ignoring that because I like the gym. It's cheap, it's clean. And discrimination is always great and fun when it's happening to somebody else. But I knew it was wrong. I knew it was wrong. They talk about this guy named Ricky on the sign. They talk about a guy named Ricky wearing a muscle shirt and drinking out of water and grunting and describing how he is a lunk, L-U-N-K. Now, keep in mind, Ricky's not spewing hate. He's just doing him. But that sign was spewing hate. That sign was making fun of somebody else. And if you don't see it, shame on you. In Planet Fitness, shame on you. If that sign said, I don't want pink spandex, overweight people, skinny people, special needs people, black people, brown people, green people, yellow people, it wouldn't be there. But that was a sign of discrimination, and it was making fun of somebody else, and it was a spewing, hateful sign. And I was sitting there ignoring it. I didn't ignore it. I saw it, and I go, everything about this sign is judgmental. Everything about this sign and this alarm is judgmental. Even in the sign, they describe Ricky as a guy who judges. And they call him a lunk. But I did my best to ignore the sign, but it was bothering me. I tell you, every day I came in, I go, wow, what a judgmental sign. And it's right next to this huge thing that says judgment-free zone, wherein the whole lunk alarm is a grotesque judgment. Shame on Planet Fitness. Shame on them. It's disgusting. And yesterday, I went up in weights. I'm curling with all my might. And I might have made some noise on the last couple reps. And let me tell you, if you, okay, Not Original said, I go to Planet Fitness every morning and have never seen it go off. Is that the point, Not Original? Who cares whether it's gone off or not? It's there and you know it. And it's open discrimination and it's open hatred. And it's openly making fun of somebody else. And that sign's up there, and shame on Planet Fitness. And Not Original, shame on you for acting like it's okay because the alarm didn't actually go off. You know, seriously. Who cares whether the alarm goes off? It's up there, and they're saying we're a hateful company that's hating on somebody else and making fun of somebody else. And again, yesterday I went up in weights. I'm curling a tremendous amount of weight, and I might have made some noise. And a woman came up to me and goes, Ken, I love you so much. And I thought she was going to talk to me about my social media thing. And I had just seen it and was so excited. But she goes, you were grunting a little bit as you were lifting those weights. You got to watch that. And I looked at her and I was going, huh? And then I went over to the pull-up thing and was doing the pull-up. And I was doing the pull-ups. And I was going, uh-oh, I better not make any noise. That's not allowed here. I got news for you. If you're not making noise when you're working out, you're not working out hard enough. I get it. I get it. The thought of Arnold Schwarzenegger and all his buddies in bikini tops with huge muscles grunting and whatever might frighten me too. But that doesn't make it okay. It probably wasn't. I mean, you look back 70 years ago, the thought of people that look different. I mean, what if I didn't like purple hair? Can I put up a sign, hey, and give a name for it and shame it? Or somebody that's overweight or special needs, hey, get your crutches out of here. We don't want that. And make a name of it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there. And it's not okay. It's not okay. So I'm canceling my membership at Planet Fitness. I like the gym. It's clean. It's nice. But I'm not going to be comfortable staring at that sign anymore or worrying if I make a noise when I'm lifting a weight. Big Al said, I'm equating appearance with behavior. They're describing this human as somebody wearing certain clothes. No, I'm not. That's not true, Big Al. This is discrimination. It is. It's horrible. That's a rationale for hatred, Big Al. That's a rationale for hatred. You could say that about anything. You're equating appearance with behavior. I'm not going to talk about it, but if I was in a room with you, Big Al, I could destroy you on this one because you could do the same thing for anything. We don't want this type of person in here. We don't want this type of person. We don't want this type of person in here. PGJWFG said, what's wrong with a tank top in a gym? I don't know. It is making fun of guys who work out a lot. I bet if we're picturing them all, it's a white guy with probably long hair and huge muscles. And it's easy to poke fun at him because he's not us. So let's make fun of him. Because we're not white guys with huge muscles and long flowing hair in a tank top. We're not him, so let's make fun of him. We'll all gang up on him. I'll tell you, that's discrimination. That's discrimination. Okay, Highland says, we have guys in our gym that grunt so loud you can't even concentrate. What are you concentrating on, Highland? You know, what are you concentrating on? You're lifting weights. We don't need to do a march on their headquarters. And I'm not trying to get anybody to not go there. As a matter of fact, this will probably attract people. Maybe that's why there's, I thought it was cool. And everyone was working to better themselves. Don't I concentrate when I lift heavy? You can't concentrate? I'm going, if I'm doing it right, to be honest with you, Highland. You should be grunting louder, Highland. If you start grunting louder, I promise you'll get stronger. And you won't be worried about the guy over there with big muscles grunting. Maybe that's it. Maybe Planet Fitness is a gym for a bunch of wimpy people that don't want to get strong and don't want to feel like they're checking a box but don't actually get strong. Are we all jealous of those guys and their big muscles? I don't know. But either way, it's clearly discrimination and it's a clearly hateful sign, and they have an alarm and they mock a certain type of person. And I'm not going to be a part of that anymore. Now, if this hypothetical guy named Ricky wore a shirt that was hateful towards you, Highland, or hateful towards somebody else, I'd have a problem with Ricky. But in this story, the Lunk Alarm story, Ricky's just somebody working out and wearing a small t-shirt. Because he's got huge muscles. I don't know. I know a lot. I mean, you know what a Ricky is? Ricky's a serious lifter. You don't want a serious lifter in your gym? And if I'm gonna have to join a serious lifter who's not discriminating against anybody, who's just working out, or a bunch of people that have a sign and an alarm and a hateful sign that are discriminating, that aren't serious about working out at all. And they're okay labeling the serious lifter as a lunk and making fun of them. Highland, whether you're a fan or not is not the point. Highland said, you're missing my point. The grunting almost to the point of screaming. Yeah, not a fan. We're all not fans of a lot of different things. And just because we're not fans of them doesn't allow us to discriminate. Right? It doesn't make discrimination okay because you don't like it, Highland 517. A lot of people didn't like a lot of stuff 200 years ago. Didn't make it okay what they did. It's just weird. Highland 517, this isn't about opinions. I don't want people dropping their weights or screaming bloody murder when they're lifting either. But that doesn't give me the right to discriminate against them and make fun of them. That's my point. Mississippi Mama Bear says it feels very unfair to compare it to things like race, disability, gender. It's sectioning. It doesn't feel it only feels unfair because you know I'm right, Mississippi Mama Bear. It's saying this type of person isn't allowed here, and we're going to make fun of this type of person. Do I think that trading is gambling? Yeah. Just selling courses. Are all really liars just selling courses? I don't know about that. Stacy said, if you feel this strongly about it, why did you put up with it so long? Great question, Stacy. It bothered me, but it never really hit home to me till yesterday when a woman came up and told me to watch my grunting. Because it didn't affect me. It didn't affect me. It only slightly bothered me till yesterday, and then it affected me, and then I realized just how discriminatory it was. It's so easy to discriminate when it's somebody else that we're picking on or making fun of. Until you're that person. Kenergy's saying, agree, dropping weights and grunting affects others. Being disabled doesn't. It's not just the dropping weights. It's wearing a certain shirt. It's having big muscles. It's grunting at a gym. It's grunting at a gym. Brenny Bear wants to know what type of person isn't allowed where. A person with big muscles apparently isn't allowed at Planet Fitness. I don't know. Okay, again with Stacy. If you feel this strongly about it, why did you put up with it for so long? Again, because it didn't really hit home till I had an employee come up and tell me I was making a noise while I was lifting my weight, and I had to watch it. And I tried to be okay with it. And again, I tried to go to the pull-up bar. And then I start going like that. And I was worried somebody might be listening. Holy crap. What? How much was I curling? Good question. 45-pound dumbbells. I was pretty proud of that. I started at 35-pound dumbbells, did 10 on each arm. I went to 40-pound dumbbells and did 8 on each arm. And then I went to 45-pound dumbbells. And on the last, I did 3 with my right. On the last one on my left, I went like that. If I can't go like that on my last rep, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. It's ridiculous. I'll tell you again. Hey, everybody that doesn't agree with me, if you're not making noise when you're working out, you're not working out hard enough. Highland 517, work out harder. Or be okay with somebody that is. Be okay with somebody that is. Seriously, Highland 517, I'm going to go get some more coffee. I might tee off on Highland 517. She doesn't pay for her subscription anymore anyway. She was just good for 1 month. Where was it? There was a question. Oh, grunting with Ken. Woo! Do-do-do. Boo-do-do. Boo-do-do. Boo-doo-doo. Yeah, no, I mean, seriously, if you're not making noise when you're lifting weights, you're not lifting weights hard enough. There's no doubt about that. Hey, all you guys, that should... Seriously, I'd rather belong to a gym that said that. Yeah, Julie Flanagan, how would you like it? Okay, Julie. She's a little, like all of us. She's not getting any younger. She said she can't even get off the floor without grunting. What would happen, Julie, if excuse me, ma'am. You're making too much noise. This is a gym. Shh. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And we're all saying same. Every day I sit down and go, ugh. But this gym is making fun of this person. Why do I seem to get mad anytime you're called out instead of just fixing the problem? What's the problem, Christy? I guess Christy Vance isn't even a real person. So it's not okay to get mad? It's not okay to be angry about things? I think their niche, okay, and see, Lisa's willing to have a good conversation. I think their niche is to appeal to the average person. Sign is an attempt to set behavior expectations. The average person. Behavior expectations. Those sound like code words for discrimination and more discrimination. Lisa. You have failed humor. Imagine, just imagine if it was about people that are wearing spandex that are too tight. That's an appearance issue. Tara Jacobs says, I think they don't want anyone that really works out. Yeah, that just seems weird. I mean, I get it. I get it. But I was really working out. I was curling. I was lifting a lot of weight. I was proud. It kind of does mean you don't work out hard, Highland. If you don't grunt, you're probably not working out hard enough. And by the way, I think there's certain people out there that need to think I need to, I don't know. I have a group of haters. And I've had the same person pop on like 5 times, making fun of me, saying I need to fix a problem and why do I get angry and this and that. And I think the more I let go and be who I am, the more difference I can make and the more change I can make. Yeah. And if I don't become who I'm meant to be, we're all unique. We're all unique. We're all unique. And I think we should water that and put fertilizer on that and harvest our uniqueness. And honestly, we all know it's wrong. We all know it's wrong. And all you guys, Highland 517, you are rationalizing that discrimination. And you're going, well, I don't like that they're making the noise. Well, I might not like certain characteristics of other people either. I'm not going to put a sign up and say, none of these are allowed here. They used to do that 150 years ago. It's not right. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's okay to discriminate against it. Isn't that the whole point? And Planet Fitness is making fun of a type of person. They're giving him a name. They're describing what he looks like. We all know who they're talking about. And because it's not us, it doesn't bother us. But I'll tell you what, yesterday it was me because I was lifting a weight that was a new high for me or a new rep or really struggling on the last one. And I made some noise. I made some noise. And I got talked to about it. If I'm going to get talked to for making a little noise, I don't want to be a part of that crew. You know, honestly, the woman that talked to me, it'd be mean to say things I could say about her. So I won't. I won't. But it's almost hard not to, and that's where it starts going, because I look at her, and there's so many things I could say to her in a gym, but it would be mean. But it would be easy to go there and say, well, hey, you could use doing a little more exercise in yourself, but then all of a sudden this ball of negativity and hate and discrimination starts rolling. Gulp Buddy says, I should have quit if I didn't agree with the sign. You're right, Gulp Buddies, I should have. But I didn't, because it didn't directly impact me, because I'm not the lunk that they're talking about. But yesterday, I realized it was wrong. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I realized it was wrong, but the clean gym and the cheap rates kept me in it. But then the discrimination turned its ugly face on me. And because I was grunting on a last rep, suddenly it hit home. And I'll tell you what, all you people that are saying, hey, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like when the guy does this. It's always a man, by the way. It's always a man, but that's okay. It's never a woman. Yeah. Chip, good question. Are there other gym options near me? What's the plan? Yeah, I'll find another gym that doesn't have a discriminating sign up. That's cheap. I might do push-ups. I go to LA Fitness. Yeah. Does my town have a YMCA? Yeah, we got a ton of gym options. I live in a great town. But I was just going there because it was cheap and clean. And they got caught up in some negative publicity about a year ago about issues in bathrooms and letting certain people into women's bathrooms, and I don't want to go there. But I evaluate and go, it's a pretty cool gym. I don't really have any great thoughts about that. But damn, this lunk alarm is offensive to anybody. Should be offensive to us all. Should be offensive to us all. PGJWFG. I don't know if I've ever agreed with PGJWFG. He says he almost feels like going there wearing a tank top with water and a milk gallon and doing some mild grunting. What would be wrong if this guy, whoever PGJWFG is, went there in a tank top with water in a milk jug and grunted a little while he was working out? Would that be wrong at all? No. But they got a sign making fun of him. Dennis says, you Gen X worry too much about nothing. Well, what would my show be about if I didn't worry about nothing? I should cut up my membership card on camera and make it a short. Stacy, I probably should. However, it's an app on my phone. I don't actually have a membership card. I just think it's wrong, and I think we all know it's wrong. And anybody that's rationalizing it, Highland 517, I get it. You don't want somebody making noise over there. I might not want something. You name it. I might not want some pink spandex that's too tight over there. But it doesn't mean it's okay, and it doesn't allow me to put a sign up making fun of it. It doesn't make it okay to put a sign up and make fun of it. Scotty says, this guy has all the answers, but why the squeaky voice? I don't know. Should no squeaky voices be allowed? Should we put up a squeaky voice sign? I don't know. I appreciate you guys. Too tight according to who? I don't know, Amy Sue, but who's too big of muscles? Who's too loud of grunts? That's my point. Who's to judge? Who's to judge? They're judging in a judgment sign. And it's wrong. Yeah. Highland 517, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. Their slogan is a judgment-free zone. Their slogan is a judgment-free zone. For anybody out there, if anything I say hurts your feelings, that's okay. That's okay. If Highland 517's feelings are hurt because I totally disagree with her, that's okay. Am I going to watch RJ's Coffee Talk Show? No. Yeah, well, that's okay. I was joking. Oh, your feelings are not hurt. Good, good, good. And you don't even have to, hey, Tara, I appreciate that. You don't have to mute those people. I mean, you can if you want, but okay, well, I appreciate that, Highland 517. Because I appreciate. I'm going to tell you it like I see it. I'm going to say it like I say it. And the more I do, I know the better my show is. But if I'm sitting there hiding behind my feelings, my show's going to suck. And this isn't some namby-pamby show where we get on and say, hey, good morning, la, 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 to everybody every day. That's not what this show's about. I've heard that my voice reminds me of RJ was a buddy of mine. He used to watch all the time. I think, I'll talk about that real quickly. I think it's important for all you viewers to know, all of you, every one of you, that the show's not about you. RJ was a guy that watched every day for years, probably too often, I'd say, because you don't need to watch me every day. And now he doesn't, because I don't know why he does. And I hope he's doing well. I hope he's doing well, but he doesn't watch the show anymore. And that's okay. I'm okay with it. Because it wasn't RJ's show, and it wasn't a show about me and RJ. It's my show. It's Coffee with Ken. It's Coffee with Ken. Yeah, that's okay. It's Coffee with Ken, and this is Ken. This is Ken. And I'm not trying to kiss up to anybody, really. I like people. I like everybody. I like Ricky, the guy, the lunk. I like the woman in the purple spandex, or the pink spandex, that's trying to do better and working out and going to Planet Fitness and doing her best. And that's okay. That's okay. Because I'm going to be me. And yeah, I'm going to be me. And that's kind of what started this. I was talking about not needing to do the show, or do I work in finance? No, I used to. I have a finance degree, and I posted a bunch of videos about investments recently. People were asking me about it a couple shows ago, and some of those videos are getting really popular and honestly lucrative. And again, I made $65 on social media yesterday. Yeah, no, Peter, that's true. A lot of people need to realize they can scroll to the next live if they don't like something. But there's people out there that like to hate. There's people out there that like to hate. Wouldn't want to hang out with them for very long. But there's people out there that like to hate. And for some reason, I touch emotions very deeply. And because I just say things. And it bothers some people and it ruffles some feathers. And I don't know. If I ruffle some feathers, yeah, that's true. If I ruffle some feathers, that's okay. Aurora, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. I'm not even going to read it. You're combining hating and investing and finances and a big disagreement. Aurora, okay, Aurora just said something. And it's funny, I don't even know who Aurora is. I don't even know who you are, Aurora. And apparently, Aurora and I had a big disagreement on something a few days ago, if I'm reading your question right. Aurora, to you, it was a big disagreement. To me, I don't even know who you are or what you're talking about. You know? So, was it a big disagreement? I guess it's a matter of perspective. To you, it was a big disagreement and it affected you. To me, just doing my show. And if I disagreed with you and it hurt your feelings because I disagreed with you on something, maybe that, I'm not going to go, oh, sorry, I won't talk. I won't talk. Somebody named Aurora disagreed with me on something. On other people's lives, when I call investing the Wall Street a fraud, it makes other people angry. Oh, I don't even know. I don't know. When I call investing with Wall Street a fraud, it makes other people angry. Oh, okay, then maybe I'm misreading what you're saying. Yeah, because I don't remember having any big disagreement with somebody named Aurora. Investing with Wall Street a fraud? Well, yeah, but don't worry that it makes other people angry. I call day trading gambling, It is, and we know it, but it's not it's not gambling when you're winning. I get that. It's not gambling when you're winning. But it upsets day traders because they want to think they're smart because they think Nvidia is going to 10 million, and maybe it does. But either way, I just think, Aurora, you can't worry about if it angers other people anymore. And I think I used to worry about I do worry about feelings. I think I feel guilty or sympathy to a fault. Yeah, I think Nvidia just moves. It moves up. Have I considered living with my dad to save some money for a few months? No. Have you? Aurora said, I have called stock trading gambling and Bitcoin a fraud. It makes people who are on Wall Street very angry. Well, don't worry about it. Aurora, you can go ahead and call stock trading gambling and Bitcoin a fraud. And it might ruffle some feathers. But that's okay. That's okay. I don't think, Aurora, you need to worry about whether you ruffled some feathers about some people on Wall Street. If you think Bitcoin is a fraud and stock trading is gambling, and you feel that's something important to you, go ahead and say it. Yeah. Be you. Be you. Start your own show. Start your own show. Talk about it. People like talking about that. How long have I talked? How long have I talked? Did I tell you I made $54 on TikTok yesterday? Did I tell you I have an interview at 10:30? I don't need good luck on the interview. My only question is the opportunity right for me? Yeah, I was. I get a lot of pressure. I mean, I'm working every night. I work every night. I probably make more than most people that say I'll get a real job. I'll bet you my job, serving tables, waiting tables, I'll bet you I make more money than 90% of the people that tell me to get a real job. I would almost guarantee it. I would almost guarantee it. Because nobody that's making real money would be so obnoxious as to say get a real job. The only people that would say that is somebody that hates their work, is underpaid, and is bitter because I'm doing what I want to do. Yeah. Plans for clarity for you. Crazy Dog Realtor joined. All I talk about is money. I just spent about the last 45 minutes railing on Planet Fitness. I don't only talk about money. I'd say money's probably 15% of my show. And sobriety's about 15. And mental health's about 15. And that, what is that, 45? And maybe investments in real estate are each about 15. So that's about 75% of my subject matter. And 25% is other stuff. Other stuff. And Planet Fitness falls into the 25% that is other stuff. Huh. Let me see. Since equality is a hot topic, how is equality for waiters in restaurants to make less money diminish in their job? I don't know what that means, Aurora. I don't know what that means. Gary Streeter, I'm sure Gary Streeter's a real human being, says life is not fair, so quit whining about gym alarms. How wrong that is. How wrong that is. And I think we all know, if we put that to a litmus test of other things, if we said certain people in history were whining about the injustices to them, and yes, not all injustices are the same, but we know right from wrong, and we know hate from not hate, and that sign, that lunk alarm is hate, and that lunk alarm is discrimination, and I'm not okay with that. And I was in a gym that was openly hateful and openly discriminating. And I knew it but it didn't hit home until I was doing a curl yesterday and made a noise, and somebody talked to me about making a noise. Yeah. And I just don't want to be a part of that. But anyway, we've had a nice audience today. We've had a lot of nice audiences. I don't know if anybody's noticing, but we've had 60 people most of this show. That's pretty good. Something must be happening. Coffee with Ken is taken off. I'll tell you what. Let's talk about money again, because it seems to... will Planet Fitness keep billing me? No, I sent them an email. They better not. I told the woman that had told me not to grunt that I was canceling my membership today. And she goes, oh, she felt bad because the annual dues are coming up. And she goes, it's too late. And I sent a long email to him and said, I don't want to pay my annual dues because I'm offended by your policy and I'm uncomfortable here. Because if you say you're offended and you're uncomfortable, you can scare a lot of people. And I use both words. And as long as I cancel in the next couple days, I won't have to pay the annual fee. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to feel proud. I'm going to be sad because I like what they offer. I like the cheap rates and I like the clean gym. They got a lot going on, but they need to learn something or two about discrimination and making fun of others. And that lunk alarm is embarrassing, discriminatory, making fun of others. And it is... Stacy, what if they offer a year free with an apology? That won't do it. If they took down the lunk alarm sign, it's not about the money because it's not about that. If they took down their lunk alarm, and I don't even know if they took it down at this one Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness, if you're listening, you need to take down the lunk alarm. It's an embarrassment to you guys. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. We all know it. We all know it's wrong. So you guys should take that down. If they took it down, I'd stay around. I'd stay around. What the hell is a lunk alarm? Well, look it up. It's on Planet Fitness. It's making fun of people with big muscles that work out at gyms. Catherine, I just answered. Catherine Laskowski. Maybe call the news. I would love it to catch fire. It's probably not enough important enough issue because not enough of us are big muscle dudes that work out a lot. So we don't care. So we won't worry that big muscle dude that works out a lot and grunts is getting made fun of. I was okay with it too till I was lifting yesterday and somebody called. Yeah, it was okay until it affected me. Exactly, Highland 517. It wasn't that okay. I knew it was wrong, but I dealt with it until it affected me. Should have never worked out there. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, no, but I put up with it because it didn't affect me. I put up with it because it didn't affect me, and then it affected me, and it got even more offensive, and now I'm talking about it. And I just talk to you guys all. It's easy to make fun of somebody else till it affects you. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you for my hat and mustache. That's very kind of you. Oh, I'm super excited about my day. I am super excited about my day. Again, I have an interview at 10:30. It's the second interview. I think I'm uniquely qualified to do what this job wants me to do. And it's in person. I'm not going to say for what role. But honestly, okay, I'll talk about money a little more. I'm not sure if I'll make more money at this job than I do at waiting tables. I'm actually fairly afraid that I'll make more money waiting tables than the people that are working at this job. And It has me wondering. I think it would have us all wondering. I'm going to go interview at a job, a second interview, at a job that's probably going to pay me less than the one I have. Makes you wonder. Have I ever been scheduled with less hours since most waiting tables is part-time? I have. The first few weeks I was there, they were turning over staff. A lot of kids were going back to college. And I worked like the first 6 days or 7 days and made a lot of money. And then about 4 weeks in, I was scheduled 4 shifts and made less money. And, yeah. Soon there'll be I really don't have any strong feelings about taxes on tips. I really don't have any strong feelings about taxes on tips. I mean, I don't like taxes generally. So if we could remove taxes, I'd like that. Or lessen taxes. I think that's always a good thing. But I'm not sure. I don't have any strong feelings, despite all my income being from tips, why tips shouldn't be taxed. I guess I don't understand. Ryan, it is the same company that I was talking about last week. Aurora says a lot of retail food hospitality will schedule a person with 0 hours as a way of firing them without telling them. Yeah, I could see that. I wasn't scheduled with 0 hours. My shifts dropped down to 4. There's a lot of people working. A lot of people fighting for the shifts and wanting the shifts. Yeah. I don't know, Lisa Smith. I do not know. It's been a really fun show. I didn't do my intro today. I hope we all can deal with it. Hope we can all be okay without my intro. And, yeah. But anyway, it is 7:40. I want to thank you guys so much for joining today. I've enjoyed this show. Had a lot of fun doing it. Hopefully, I don't know, we got us all thinking a little bit. We got us all fired up. We got us all ready for the day. And I'm excited about my day. And I hope you are excited about your day as well. Hope you had a great night's sleep. Hope your week is going well. Hope you are feeling good. Thank you, Captain Kenny. Hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.